Firefighters experienced a very traumatic event. We certainly could be sitting here talking about the loss of firefighters' life right now instead of a different situation. And so the response that we did receive from the law enforcement community was overwhelming to address the threat. And I think it's important to think about the threat to firefighters, but also to the community at large. And so we are very appreciative of their response that evening and the subsequent investigation that pursued over the next 24 hours. So with that said, you've heard about the law enforcement side of that, and that's really not my area that I want to talk about. But I will say that as firefighters, we certainly take risk every day. We understand the risk to our career and our job, and we are ready and prepared for that risk. We train for it, we expect it, and we will always risk ourselves for our community. This is not a risk that we generally expect or encounter. Unfortunately, this is kind of the new paradigm we're seeing across the country where violence and threat to firefighters is happening more and more. And so with that, it really changes our dynamic and how we have to think. I can tell you Thursday night on September 12th, I received a phone call at about 9:12 stating that 4 of our firefighters had just been shot at the fire station. That is not a call a fire chief of any level wants to ever hear. It's not a call we normally hear. It is something that outside of our norm. For our law enforcement brothers and sisters, that's more in their norm. It is not our norm. And so getting that call that really changed the dynamic and changed our environment, really, I would say almost move forward in our community. So as we move forward, we will continue to train, continue to learn how to manage these risks. And right now, we are making sure that all of our members of the Phoenix Fire Department are situationally aware of their environment, even at a higher level than they may normally be. We understand and are looking for how we will be prepared for these type of risks. But this has changed the Phoenix Fire Department for us. For our members that were involved in this, we had 4 firefighters that were on that crew that responded back and found this situation that were fired upon. I am happy to say those firefighters are not physically injured, but physically and emotionally are different. So right now they are off work. They are, I would say, emotionally traumatized to some level, the fact that bullets were basically going by their heads just mere inches or feet away. So something that we have not experienced to that nature. So our firefighters are being supported. We have a very strong member support capacity within the Phoenix Fire Department. We're taking care of our members. We will get them back to work healthy, ready to go out and serve the community. And so right now that is the status of those 4 members. And for the rest of the department, as you can imagine, this impacts all of us. We have 2,000 members of the Phoenix Fire Department. All of us were impacted by these events. And so all of us are working through this at this time. To know that this threat has now been removed from our firefighters, I can assure you has really meant a lot to our department, our members. Because coming back to a station after a call, you don't know what you may experience. And so now that we can feel at least more comfortable that when we return, our fire stations, we believe, will be safe.